Nights of the Raj is an epic portrayal of the story of Britain's obsession with curry. And it's not just a romantic kind of take of East meets West, but it's stories of struggle and determination, hardships, hope and aspiration in multicultural Britain. This is the community telling its own story.
It was just through listening I heard amazing tales of, when they came to this country and how they had to struggle and work hard for what they had.
In Birmingham, Bangladeshi people was in the forefront of restaurant business. People didn't know what the Bengali people was or Sylheti people was. We were all Indians. And so if anything, we open a restaurant, we usually give a name like Bombay, which is known to everybody, or Taj Mahal, which is known to everybody, English people.
How many people know, in fact, that the majority of Indian restaurants in this country are actually Bangladeshi owned? We wanted to honour the legacy of our forefathers with this project, in how their efforts pretty much transformed British cuisine as we know it.
My first recollection of Indian restaurants, I worked in a butcher's in Gooch Street in Birmingham. And from then I used to deliver to them. The chef would show me different ways to cook a curry sometimes for me. And I just loved the food. So from then on it was just a love, wasn't it? With the whole community.
স্টাফ আইবার আগে আমি যতটুকু পারতাম আমরা সাথ দিলাইতাম হুবার টুবার মারা বাজো করা
এই সময় এই মানে ফাস্ট ফুডৰ যেন দোকান অকল এটা ইংলিছৰ এটা আছিল না খুব কম আছিল এর লাগি লাঞ্চ খুব বেশি খানি হইতো 26 3 course lunch.
In fact, there were very few Bengali families at that time, but there were lodging houses which were occupied by often quite a number of single men who worked in factories, who were in fact sending their money back to East Pakistan to support their families there.
About 25 years ago, I'd sit here on table number 16 and my dad used to sit just over there. I was young really, a teenager, just discovering life, and had no real appreciation for the past and the struggles of those before us. And he'd tell me about those early days, about working in the factories and how they lived together all in one house, struggling.
People who, in many cases, literally jumped ship in England from a poor place, Bangladesh as it is now, from a poor part of that poor place, Sylhet, arrived in the heart of the empire and built a multi-billion-pound business, employing hundreds of thousands of people, and more importantly, became central to the culture of the very country which colonized their part of the world in the first place. I don't know of any other example that would compare with that as a miracle.
Nights of the Raj is a story that Britain was never told. Nights of the Raj was a story that we needed to get out there, and we have done that in these past 3.5 months. We need to get out of our systems in order for us to move, to grow and to heal.
We finished today, but not just finish, we launch. I will share later with you why this is the beginning, not the end. This is significant for this country, for British people, for British Bangladeshi people, for everybody in this country.
It's about reclaiming of space. It's about people who might suppress themselves or suppress their stories for such a period of time. And when we do speak, we make such a noise that through this immersive, augmented reality and digital tables, you'll be able to present our stories in such an extraordinary form that people will stop and take heed.
This is history as written by someone from the cultural movement that is the curry phenomenon. Someone whose father was a restaurateur. Someone, Mohammed Ali, who worked at tables in his father's restaurant. What's vital is that it's taken across Britain and to the world.